So we're talking about market structures, and we have covered two extreme situations: perfect competition and monopoly. Perfect competition, economists think this is the ideal. It generates no market power. But on the other side, we've got monopoly, which is just one producer of a good, and it has lots of market power. Monopolist is going to raise the price above the marginal cost, and that's going to generate some social welfare losses. Okay, and there are things called natural monopolies, which have economies of scale to such an extent that it's good for consumers. It's good for consumers to have a natural monopoly produce a product because costs are low. But a monopoly left to its own devices would raise price, and so we'll see in down the road that sometimes society allows these companies to exist and then regulates their prices. And in the United States, we have these public utilities that are natural monopolies. Okay, so now we're going to turn our attention to two market structures that maybe better describe real-world scenarios, real-world market structures. We got monopolistic competition, where there's many small firms, lots of consumers. Firms produce a differentiated product. Okay, but the products are similar, and monopolistically competitive firms have little market power because there are many of them, and so there's a lot of competition in various forms. Okay, and then we'll turn our attention to oligopolies. Okay, monopolistic competition is in Chapter 8, and oligopolies you'll find them. The discussion from oligopolies in chapters 9 and 10. Okay, there's two chapters because for every oligopolistic market structure, there is a different type of behavior. And that's an exaggeration, but economists have found it very difficult to develop a single theory to describe the behavior of oligopolists. And in a managerial economics class, that means that managers have come up with a lot of creative ways to try to earn additional profits in a market structure that's characterized by just a few firms, and they tend to be large. And these firms dominate the market. And so, because there's only a few firms, pricing strategies, marketing strategies like advertisement, and other strategies that we don't have time to talk about this semester, okay, these strategies are mutually interdependent. Okay, so what firm number 1 does affects firm number 2. And if there's more than 2 firms, then there is even more interdependent behavior. And in an oligopolistic market structure, there can be some market power, but it depends on how the firms behave.